Hey guys, today we're talking about wildlife cameras. Let's have a look at what we got. Hey there guys, and welcome back to the channel. And as I just said in the intro, we are going to be talking about wildlife cameras. I've got quite a few in front of me. Basically, you might remember the bare bones of this channel, the very start of this channel, about a year ago now. One of my first videos was on the Victure HC100 wildlife trail camera, and I say it's about 10 months old now, and it's this video here. And as you can see, it is an older one. It's got the old intro, but it was basically a review of the HC200 wildlife camera, and it's done quite well. It's had 6,000 views. It's got comments, lots of comments. I get loads of emails about the video from people asking about it, and it sort of got the attention of Victure themselves. I had an email day before yesterday from their marketing department, this email here, and they basically wanted to send me some of their newer models for me to review and show you guys, and that is exactly what I'm doing today. So they've arrived in the post, and we're going to start off with the HC100. It's their newest camera. It's a miniature version of the 200. It's got very similar features as the 200, except for it's in a much smaller package, and it's actually here. It's on Amazon. It's $39.88, which is about the same price as the 200. So it's good value for money, and if it's anything like the 200, it's going to be a really good camera. And it's got loads of features. We're going to have a look at those more in detail in a sec, but this is a listing on Amazon. You can see there's lots of good reviews on it. It's got 5 stars, over several ratings, so the things are looking good already. Now, just because I've received these for nothing, okay, does not mean I'm not going to be honest. It was actually one of the the conditions of this. I basically asked them if they wanted me to add anything. They said no, do what you need to do, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. They're not paying me for these, although they've sent me the cameras for nothing. They're not paying me to give them a good review, so we're going to have a look at them. I'm going to test them out. What I'm going to do is to get these out fairly quick before Christmas. I'm not going to do any overnight testing on these. I might do with the last video and the last camera, because I can leave that out tonight ready to go for tomorrow's review. But with the 100, all I'm going to do today is go out in the garden, put some bread down, leave the cameras running, and see what they're like with capturing the the wildlife, the birds and that come and sort of jump in front of the cameras. Now, I use these, and when I bought my HC200, it was solely for the paranormal side. I could set these up in rooms or out in the woods or wherever we were investigating, and not have to worry about carting leisure batteries and things to power a wireless CCTV system. I could just put these out and they'd capture whatever happened. Now, they've got a pretty quick trigger time. It was 0.07 seconds. So again, even fast moving objects and things like that should trigger this, and it should capture it quite well. And that's what I used them for, and that's the only reason I got them. I'm not really into looking at local wildlife and things. I have no interest in that as such, although as you can see behind me, I am a bit of a wildlife freak. But no, that was the main reason I bought these, for the paranormal side. Although I've got a very high-tech CCTV system that will work just about anywhere, you do have to carry around big power packs, 78,000 amp hour power packs, huge packs, to run the cameras, the DVR, etc., and also to run the standalone Wi-Fi system. But these cameras are great for sort of replacing that, and I've got several of them here to test. So without further ado, let's get into this. This is for the HC100. Let's have a look inside the box. Okay, so here it is. This is the HC100. As I say, it's basically a miniature version of their larger cameras. So inside the box you get your warranty registration, which is 36 months on this particular camera, and also you can choose a free gift, either a memory card or a 3-in-1 card reader. And here to get your free gift, it shows you how to go about that. You also get a card with all their contact information on. From what I've seen, I never had any issues with mine, but their customer service is absolutely, second to none. So there's a lot of people out there saying bad things about them, but until I have a problem, then I've got nothing bad to say about the company themselves. And you get your instructions book, which being a man, we will not read. And here we go. Let's get the camera out. Now all I've done so far is literally put batteries in, ready to go. That is it. And that's the camera. So it is very small. And you've got your protective films on it, so we'll just take them off quick. If I can get it. So I say they're very well made. As I say, I've had my HC100 now for nearly a year, and it's still got the original batteries in it. It's done really well. And then down here you've got your 6-volt input. I'll talk a bit more about that in a minute, because there's other ways you can power these devices. Again, really solid and well made. On the back there you've got a tripod mount, and these little spikes here, which if you've got it mounted on a tree, stop it from moving. And then your little loops here, which your belt to attach it to a tree goes on. All the camera details on the back. So to open it, you just undo these two clips here. Let's swing it open. This particular model only takes 4 batteries, so again, you're not spending out on 8 batteries to run it. And this one is a micro SD, which is in there. My advice is don't use a cheap SD card. You get a lot of people say that they've had trouble with the footage, it being jumpy or glitchy. That is down to the speed of the memory card, not the device itself. So you might want to remember that. You do see a lot of reviews on these particular products, not necessarily this camera, but other Victure cameras, with people saying that it's bad quality, the footage is slow and glitchy. Well, that's the memory card, it's not the camera. I know that because GoPro sent me a Hero 7 White, again about the same time last year, and it was rubbish. So I don't work with GoPro anymore. All my action cameras are actually an unnamed brand, and they are brilliant, far better than GoPros for audio and picture quality. And right, so let's turn this one on, see what happens. So you get the startup tune and the picture, and there we go. So we've got to set it up quick. English. Oh, that's bad out. I don't know the date. What's the date? So all you do is say you scroll through to set it up. It's nice and easy. Sorry about the glare, guys. Let's turn the light down a minute. Might make it a bit easier to see. Do you want to format the memory card? Yes. And there we go, ready to go. Quality is pretty good so far. So on the back of your door here, you've got a little bit of instructions. So to enter the menu, you long press the up button. That's that. So now we can change all the settings. Monitor display. So mode, let's change the mode. Let's go with camera and video. The photo size you can change right up to 16 megapixels. Obviously the better quality you're selecting, the less your battery life is going to be, and again you can change to 1080 on the video quality. Picture number 1, video length 10 seconds, interval every 30 seconds. You've got time lapse on here, time stamp, time switch, password set, no, serial number set. You've got the PIR sensitivity, so you can change that. At the moment it's set on high. I'm quite happy with that. Language, so okay. Format your memory card, set the clock, and set it back to default. Beep sound on, volume record on, volume play normal. Then you've got your systems there as well. So yeah, it's quite easy to set. Press and hold again to come out of the menu. You've got your battery life down the bottom there, how much room's left on the memory card, and obviously what mode you're in. So we're in video and a 50 or 16 megapixel picture as well. So it's now counting down, because obviously it is detecting stuff and it's doing what it's meant to be doing. 3, 1, there we go, and the screen's gone off now, and that's set and ready to go. Now I'm going to turn that off. Now see, as I was saying earlier, you've got your 4 AA batteries, which is how you can power it. If you go for something like a Duracell battery, the battery life on these is pretty good. As I say, my HC100 still has the original 8 Duracell batteries I put in it 10 months ago. So I've never had any issues, and it gets used fairly often actually. So you know, and again that's set at 1080 with, I think it's 10 megapixels on the 200, so it's set on the highest rate. But the other way you can power these, you lock that back into place, it's now completely weatherproof, and you've got this little weatherproof plug down here. You pop that out, you've got a 6-foot input rather, and you can use various things. Like I've got these little battery packs which take one 9-volt square battery. I've also got these larger packs, but these take 8 AA batteries. You can also use a power bank, or even just one of these basic setups here. If you had it on a tree, and obviously your battery pack was, you know, a bit further away or in a waterproof box somewhere, you can get one of these large extension leads, which I use regularly to power things that are a bit further away. So I mean, you can, even if you've got it indoors as like a security device for motion activated recording, you could have it plugged into the mains, so you'd never have to worry about batteries or battery life. It would just be the SD card being full. That's be your only worry. As a size comparison, well, I mean, for a start, there's a 9-volt battery next to it, so you can see it's not a very big camera at all. What I'm going to quickly do is, I'm going to feature this in the next video, but we'll get one of the bigger cameras next to it, just as a size comparison. So that is the HC400 next to it, and you can see, I can't even get it all in frame, the difference in size is it's quite big in comparison. So it's a nice compact little camera, and it's got various mounting options. On that note, actually, we never looked, if we go into here, it comes with a mounting belt for trees, and the usual mount here if you want to put it on a fence or have it permanently mounted somewhere. You just screw that plate into a wall or a tree, you undo this one, screw that down tight, and then obviously that will screw into the back. Tighten it down, and you've got these little thumb screws which obviously you can then adjust in various directions. So yeah, that's the HC100. I think what we're going to do now is I'm going to set it up, put it out in the garden with some bread, get the birds to come down and feed, and see how it performs. So let's take it outside. Right, so I've left the camera outside for about an hour now, and you can see it's wet. Anyone living in the UK at the moment will know how bad the weather is at the minute with the storms. So it was a good waterproof test as well for this particular one. Just pop it open, and it seems dry inside. I mean, there's a bit there, but that might be from where I've just opened it. So what we're going to do with this one, we're going to pop the card out and just do that by there. So the small model here takes a micro SD. So what I'm going to show you is how I get the footage off. Now there's several ways. Obviously if you've got a micro SD, you can plug it straight into another device, you put it in the card adapter, and that can go straight in your computer. I like to do everything on my phone, so what I use is one of these Apple adapters or Apple card readers. You can get them on Amazon. You just put your SD card in there, you get your phone, obviously plug the card reader into the phone, go into photos, that's camera, go into photos there, and down the bottom here you've got import, so you select that, and as you can see the camera's captured many things, and that's everything that's on that card. That's me setting it up, and then everything else, all these AVI files and pictures. Let's have a look at one of the pictures. So if I quickly import just that one, what I'll do in a minute is I'll put up all the all the pictures that I've got. So this is a still that I've taken. Obviously you're not going to get the full quality because it's on my phone, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all this downloaded, and we'll look at it now. What we're looking at here now, guys, is the raw footage off the camera. You can hear it's got sound, it tells you the temperature, everything like that, and these are, remember, these are 1080 pictures, and it performs quite well. Here's some stills. Again, pretty good quality, a bit of dew on the lens from the rain, but again, really good quality pictures. All in all, very pleased. So that was the footage and the photos I've just got off the camera. I'm really impressed actually for such a small camera. The quality is there. Again, I know a lot of people are saying, you know, they're getting glitches and things like that, but I'm telling you, it's all down to your memory cards. I tend to use these Samsung Evos. You know, they're about £6 on Amazon, so they're not expensive at all, but they're capable. The Evo Plus here, they're capable of recording up to 4K. I think it's about 95 megabytes a second, something like that. They're read and write speed, so they're pretty quick cards, and I've never had an issue. When I was having problems with the GoPro ones and things, I was using SanDisk memory cards, and they just didn't have the write speeds and read speeds to, you know, keep the footage crisp. So if you are having problems with your camera and glitchy footage, try the memory card first. 9 times out of 10 it's the memory card. If it turns out it's not, go back to Victure. They're very good customer service, I must admit. I've never had to use it, but the people that I've spoken to from my last video that have needed to make a claim on the warranty or speak to Victure themselves have been absolutely blown away by the speed in which, you know, the issues are rectified. So yeah, and don't be put off because it's a Chinese manufacturer. I mean, you can't walk around your house these days without finding something in there that's manufactured in China. Not all companies are making knockoffs or bad quality stuff, and I think Victure is sort of one of the market leaders really when it comes to wildlife cams. Now, I'm going to say put these through their paces over the next year or so. I'm going to use them on various investigations and trips out. And Nick, if you're watching, you're probably going to get this as a Christmas present, mate, for you to play around with. And I'm also going to do a giveaway with one of the others as well. So make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, leave your comments down below. And if you need to or want to speak to me about anything, in the description down below I've got my email address, which is how Victure managed to message me. By all means, you know, send me an email. You can also support the channel on the various links down there. The link for this particular camera, the HC100, is also in the description. So if you're interested in getting one and you want more information, go check it out there. As I say, a big thank you to Victure for sending me these cameras. I'm going to head off now and I'm going to review the HC300. So if you want to see that video, make sure you check that one out. If you want to see the original video that I've done, it's this video here. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you have. It's here, and I will see you guys on the next video.